Hey to the people, hey to the people, come on in, bring your drink and bring your friend. Yeah. Hey to the people, hey to the people, come on in, bring your drinks
I can't
and
wait.
bring your friend. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Welcome. Come
Amen.
on in. Come on in. Hey to the people, welcome to Happy Hour, where we like to kick back, grab our drink, and have the best time dishing all the dirt and all reality TV news, as well as whatever else we feel like talking about this week. We want to thank you guys for making last week such a big success. The phone has been ringing off the hook about last week's happy hour and the happy hour before that and the happy hour before that. So we're going to go ahead and give it to you like you like it. Hey, to the people already in the room, we really appreciate you being here so early. Tori B, what's the tea?
There's so much tea. I mean, we could start with the exclusive. We could start with the reunion and how bad they getting in Giselle and Robin's ass on the internet. They are
Oh,
calling Andy like, excuse me, you see this? We're sick of this. What are we doing? Giselle needs to be fired. I mean,
okay. Well, calm down, boo. No, y'all know Tori. I'd be like, hey, Tori, how are you? I want to tell everybody right now.
that's the New Yorker in me.
I love it. It's just such an interesting dynamic because I am from the deep South, honey. I have never really spent too much time up north. You know what I'm saying?
Up
You know, I
top.
got, I got peak, yeah, up top. I got peaks in Newark. You know what I'm saying? I got all of my friends. The reality runs down. Shout out to the crew out there up north in Brooklyn, the Bronx, Jordan, Bed Side, wherever they at. You know what I'm saying? But as for me, we are all down south. We're Floridians. We're Georgians. So, we'll just come in like, hey, what's the tea?
Georgians. That's what y'all
Huh?
Georgians. Y'all say Georgians.
Georgian? I think it's Georgians,
Okay. I
not
got family in the
Jordanians.
South. I got family in South.
Okay,
My
okay.
mama's a Geechee. Shout out to South
Oh, so
Carolina.
she from the Carolinas?
That's right. She would
Yeah.
tell you, child, she is a Geechee through and through.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to say that because I don't know if that's appropriate or not. But what we're going to go ahead and do is get right into our show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, Antonio. Hey, Sean. Hey, Dream. Who else is here? Hey, out there. Hey, Chris. Hey, out there over there down to the Twitter because y'all really show up and show out every Wednesday for us. Over down to the Twitter. I am a little bit tired because this morning we broke an exclusive about Apollo Nida, and we're going to get into that in just a few moments. But we're going to do something that I feel most pertinent to do. We're going to play a game of eight or late. It has been so long since
It's a
we did
minute.
eight or late, right?
It's been a minute. I will admit.
It's it's been a minute since we did eight or late, and we're going to go ahead and do that. But I did want to go ahead and before we start eight or late, just say, I owe Tori B an apology. What? Oh, what? Oh, are
I
you
gotta
ready?
record. This is recorded. We got it. Go ahead.
It's live. Yeah, it's live right now. Everybody
I had
see
to
it.
think about it. So I gotta record this.
All right. No, it's already being recorded. It's live. Um, I owe Tori B an apology because I tried to stick up for some people who were definitely late. And that would be Shanice and Bria, girl, because on Monday's review that we did of Summer House that we do every Mondays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on No Chaser TV, me, Tori B, Chad, Jay, Asia, and Ricky B throughout the season. We talked about this on Monday, and Tori B said, baby, it was late. And I was like, no, it wasn't late. No, no, no.
I
And
saw this picture, so you ain't see this picture.
I know I saw her sitting down, because what it was the butterfly top. Like, I'm a fan of the butterfly top, but baby, it is definitely what we called it. Shanice be having the pieces, she just don't know how to put it together. And that's something that whether you have a job or you don't have a job, that's something nobody can teach you, baby. Style is something that you have or you do not. Because there have been times when I have been wining and dining with kings and queens and I looked the part. And there were times when I was sleeping in the alley eating poking beans, but I definitely didn't look it because you never know
Yeah,
what I'm going through based off of the way I look. Catch that dirt. But yeah, 8 or late. What you say, Tori B?
it's definitely late.
Both of them, or just
I said, Bria's hair for me, it didn't this it not with this dress. She needs a more structured. it's too much hair for some reason. I don't know. It's something about it. Could be the forehead too. It's just something about it. It just doesn't. They whoever her stylist is didn't do this justice. You know, Shanice is here either, but the pants are ill fitting. I just don't think the shirt and the pants for Shanice is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just yeah, it's given I want to give it a nicer way of saying it. It looks disjointed for both of them for me.
It's late. That's what Tori B said. It's over with. It's a chop. Done, dada. Let's move on. Let's get into Apollo Nida. As we wrote this morning, Apollo Nida was arrested on March 11th, 2024. The charges that he was charged with was family violence, simple battery. This comes after these text messages and more were released by his alleged side chick. I can't read them. Tori B, I'm not going to make you read them, but we will post them somewhere. And so these text messages were posted. The news of that broke between March 4th and 7th on various outlets. I believe it's on site. Had the exclusive ring cam footage of Apollo allegedly going to visit his friend because he denies that he was doing anything ill-gotten or ill-mannered in relation to his marriage on the interview that he did with Carlos King. And so these are the text messages that the young lady released. And shortly thereafter, that T was dropped by that, I don't want to call her a side chick, but whoever she is, the person on the side. Then, this unfortunate incident occurred where the incident happened at the home. And it was definitely just unfortunate. And I'm starting to think now that this is all related. We don't have all of the answers. We don't have all of the circumstances. And as I mentioned earlier, I believe you're still innocent until proven guilty. These are charges. These are not. Um, it hasn't been settled, as you see. He hasn't been to court for it yet. However, one would lead me to believe from just reading all of this and knowing the timeline as we're putting it together, it definitely had something to do with the allegations brought forth about Apollo from his side chick. Tori B, you were very passionate this morning. Did you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I don't look at what's on my hat. I
I
don't
can read it. What is it?
no, it ain't Reed. It's a picture of NWA.
What is
And
it? The group?
yeah, and you don't put your hands on people. She better than me. Shireen better than me. That's all I got to say, especially when you out here cheating and got caught on the ring camera.
What is the correlation?
The correlation is don't get jacked up. Don't put
Because
your
you're an
hands on
NWA.
nobody.
Okay. Oh, I just want. I was like, okay,
Yes, you
I'm
don't put your hands on nobody. That's not okay. And you're supposed to be rehabbing your reputation, Apollo. This is not only is it disappointing, you have children, and I've said this before, and they've seen you be away. Why do you think it's okay for you to, I don't want to say barbaric, but you are acting barbaric at this
but
point.
we don't know. But we don't know.
All right, allegedly.
So keep that in mind. We do not know. Let me go because Tori be up here.
Allegedly.
Hell no. Tori B won't get my little show taken down. Hell no. It'll be you before
Allegedly. We were rooting for
the
you. We were rooting for you, Apollo. What's going on? Do you need more anger management classes?
Well,
Counseling? Something? Because this ain't it. I don't care how fine you are. It's not cute. You keep your hands to yourself, allegedly.
yeah, I mean, listen, I'm erring on the side of caution until I get more details. However, if this is true, I'm incredibly disgusted and disappointed by Apollo Nida. However, we do not know, and I think that someone made a comment earlier on the morning show about Jonathan Majors, right? And basically wait until everything plays out. And while I don't think Jonathan Majors really has much to do with this, I am an advocate in A, believing people, and B, um, letting everything play out as well. I'm a proponent of both. However, since we don't have any official statements from either party, we only have what we have that we've shown you guys. I'm going to continue to try to reserve comment, which y'all know is hard for me and my big ass mouth. I want to continue to try to reserve comment. It's out there, and hopefully we will get some
Well, we
sort
got
of.
updates. Hold up.
Okay.
Uh, according to Sean, side piece mom released text and video.
Yes.
Oh, so the mama released it. Okay,
Well, the
so
side piece. Yes.
yeah, her mama, not her.
Oh, the
Okay,
side piece's mother actually. Well, what? But then see, here's what though. Like, why would she be releasing that?
you know,
That's just
baby
screams.
mama don't like the cheating.
I don't give a damn. That is thirsty at the highest level. Whether you like it or not, it is not your business and not your place to release anything of anyone. I'm sorry, whether they right, wrong, or indifferent. If it does not involve you, you just get out of the way.
Child.
Unless the lady was in danger, and I don't want to keep throwing around this rhetoric about Apollo without that. For me, I don't feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no victim. I will say that there's no victim right now. That's listed, but the timing of it is very suspicious. Allegedly.
Antonio says, I remember Phaedra was asked if Apollo Nida ever got physical with her, and she wouldn't answer. Now, let me say this. Phaedra has been known to lie. Listen, I'm all good. I'm all here for a good Phaedra lashing, but I think she did go ahead and allude to that, and so I don't know. I do know that I do remember that scene with Phaedra and Apollo before Apollo had to turn himself in season 7 in the garage, and I just remember that being eerily just
Oh,
creepy. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy scene. So I mean, I don't know what to believe. I don't want
side
to. I'm
piece was
sorry, y'all. I know y'all
cool.
want me. I'm sorry, Toby. I know that people like for me to just say it. You know what I mean? But
No, we can't say it. It's not.
right now, I
It
gotta
just
have more.
says family violence. So we don't know who the alleged victim is. We
Well,
don't.
now I'm gonna tell you what the tea is. Now, do y'all want the alleged tea? I'm loud, girl, because I got the tea now. Do you want the tea?
We want the tea. Go ahead, spill it.
So the tea allegedly was the people around the jailhouse is saying that allegedly it was definitely between Apollo and Shireen.
Mm.
That's all I'm going to release. But that's what the people are saying around the jailhouse. That it happened. He got in there. He bailed and he bonded out. He was not in there alone. But the tease was it was him and his wife allegedly had an incident, and it resulted with him being detained. So that's the tease. That's the tease I got.
So I was right.
I don't know. That's tea. That's alleged. So I
No,
don't know if it's
I'm
right.
joking.
I'm just telling you. That's what the people had said, right?
You might be fine, but that don't mean you could go around doing what you're doing, boy. You hear what I'm saying? Anyway, go ahead.
All right. All right. What happened to there? You dream there you have it. Dream. Whoop, there it is. That's I can't give I can't get nothing else up. Antonio know. Well, I don't know if anybody know, but people pour a lot of tea in my cup, slide a lot across my desk, and it's a lot I can't talk about and a lot I pass up on in the sake of keeping my relationships strong with people as well as keeping their relationships strong with people. So there's a lot that I kind of end up knowing just because I've been around for so long, girl. She's battle axe, honey. And I just don't give it up. But
I
I was
mean,
able
same
to.
thing
I
in
got
New York.
permission to give that out, so that's the
Same,
permission I got.
same thing in New York. There's things I know, but I can't.
What you know? No, I just,
I mean, in my previous life, I
ooh,
used to, dabble in a little PR, work with a couple
yes.
of celebrities. So
Mhm.
there's certain things. That's why I'd be like, that ain't true. And because my friend used to work for so and so, and she used to tell me the tea. So yes, in big cities, everybody know everybody, and people tea does be spilled, or
Come across that desk, honey.
and you just don't say nothing. But when stuff come up, it be like, yep, I've been heard about that. Just like the Diddy stuff. I heard some of that stuff.
Oh, hell no. And so, hell no. All right. What I Chile, hell no, you won't get me take off the air. No, hell no, you won't do it. All right. And what I honestly wanted to do and I forgot because we got so hot and heavy when the show started, I wanted to take the time to dedicate, excuse me, this show to the memory of Carlos Collins, who was brutally, senselessly murdered allegedly by his ex-boyfriend, stalker Marcus is his name. He's currently still on the loose. This happened in Jackson, Mississippi over the last few days. Carlos was loved by his community, his family and friends, and we lend them our support through this trying time. And hopefully, justice and some sort of peace will be restored to their family. But this particular show is going to be dedicated to the memory of Carlos Collins. And what we're going to do in order to honor him is make sure that we give it to you hot, we're going to give it to you fun, and we're going to take, hopefully, the minds off of that particular situation for just a little bit because it is weighing heavily prevalent within the community. And so I just wanted to take some time out to address that. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and move right along with our bombastic review. I will say that we're going to move right along. Yeah, while we're moving right along, everybody make sure that you're liking the content, you're subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the influx of subscribers that we've gotten over the last week. Alone has just been astounding, and I really do appreciate it. Tori B, I'm sure you appreciate it. Tori B, let me ask you a question. Now, I'm not saying that the channel made you famous, child, but what I will say is this. It has put you in front of a set of a whole new group of eyes. And how are you dealing with becoming an overnight celebrity, girl? What's the tea? How you feeling?
Not an overnight celebrity.
You
One
know,
thing
I'm joking, but
I know, but it's hilarious because as a New Yorker, they say we all have main character energy. So
yeah.
like you walk down the street and see a celebrity, and we like, whatever, bye, move out the way.
But now
So
people are saying, is that Tori B from No
no,
Chase TV? Is
no,
that Tori B?
absolutely not. But
It's coming. People love you, Tori B.
I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Listen, I get to do fun stuff like this every day. People been asking me to do this stuff. It's like, you sound like somebody could, your voice would sound good on a podcast. And I've done one or two, um, but Clubhouse really, I guess, really had me up there talking, and we
Mm-hmm.
was just having a good time. I mean, we was having
Mm-hmm.
so much fun with it. Now this is just natural now.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we're going to move right along and we're going to get into something that I kind of have been dragging my feet on because I don't really want to talk about it, but I
But so
know.
I already know what it is.
Um,
You sure?
well, let's go ahead and let you segue into what you think it is. And if you're right, you can be right and know that you're right. And if you're wrong, you got to take a sip. So, what is it that we're going into next since you know every damn thing?
RHOP reunion part 2.
Okay, you're right. Let me go ahead and say my little sip, child.
Because he did not want to do this show.
Well, it's because
No, it is exhausting. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to say this. I feel like we have a duty because Andy Cohen, you dropped the ball with this moderating this. I mean, we've been saying this even last year when they did have the colorism conversation. But this is just blatant bias. And now it's like everybody is I see way more people talking about this colorism issue. And there's some folks that need to, kind of have a seat because they're not in our culture and they don't understand, how serious this conversation is. But this is very upsetting to watch. And I will make note and say this here right now. When he paraded Candace and Wendy on which show was it? Was it
uh,
Cameron Hall?
Kelly Clarkson.
Oh no, Kelly Clarkson's show. Everybody's like, see, this is why he did it. Because he knew he was going to get hammered with what was coming on that reunion. They literally went on that show a couple days after the reunion was taped. And this is why. because it is so disgusting to watch how they treated, how production did a disservice to Wendy and Candace. And now we understand why Candace quit. And she had to for her own mental health. This is disgusting.
Well, you know what the most disgusting part about it is, Tori B, for me, not that Candace had to quit because of her own mental health. Do what you need to do to take care of you. I'm wholeheartedly in support of that. What is the most sickening thing to me is that, ooh, listen, I am changing because the only would have said that bitch, Giselle, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
Right?
But that's what
Um,
she is.
but I don't want to be up here calling no black woman a
I
bitch.
get it. Go ahead.
Yeah. But the old me would have said that bitch Giselle with them cankles and them three necks and agent child. I was gonna read her for fifth. But I'm not gonna do that in her bargain basement Versace look that she definitely got off the Essence sale, 60% off, which hey, there's nothing wrong with being a frugalista, a maxinista. We love it. But what is so unfair to me is to watch everyone else have to deal with the residual effect of one person's behavior, and this person gets to stay while other people are quitting for their mental health.
Absolutely, I agree.
It's so unfair.
I agree.
It's so unfair. And when I did watch this back again, because trust me, it took me 2 to 3 times to watch it, and I still don't think I really even kind of finished it, but whatever. Um, he did not hold her accountable whatsoever. It took a white man yelling at another white woman to get it done. And so I guess for that, we thank you, Chris, for holding Giselle
Oh
some,
yes, Chris,
some sort of
baby
accountable.
gagged her.
But wait, before we get into that, because I know you get ready to get cranked up, let's just start here. Um, and let's go ahead and get you together, Miss Tori B. You ready to walk some stuff back?
Go ahead.
Because Mia say the baby is not inks.
We know.
No, no, but you didn't know.
I said it's something not
No,
right in the water.
that ain't
What
what
I
you
said,
damn
I said
said.
she
You
said she
said you
had
said that she's a
IUI.
liar and it's a lie. That's what you said.
She is a liar.
But you said she lied about the baby and ink. That's what you said.
So why you let that man walk up in this house and try to take your son knowing you had IUI? And
Did he take it? No. Did he take the baby? Well,
here's
first of all, let's not get into a big old paternity issue right now
I'm
on the
not.
screen
And
because Karen
honestly,
already shut Andy down. So I don't want Karen coming over here
I
shutting
want
us
no,
down.
and I am thankful, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna read Mia for filth because the
No, no,
fact
you need to read yourself a bit first
no,
because
no,
you
no,
called
no,
her your damn
no,
lie.
no. She might not have lied. She might have cleared it up, but I'm gonna say this, okay? She
Tori
cleared
B.
it up. She cleared it up.
But Tori B, was you right or was you wrong?
All right. She ain't lie about it.
Was you right or was you wrong, Tori B?
She cleared it up.
Was you right or were you wrong?
I was wrong. But
Thank you.
here it is. Bitch, you wrong for dragging this shit out on television. And Cameron was right for saying, hey, 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 this is a kid that's going to grow up and see this on television. Let's not have this conversation. That
And
is
did
a
you see
family
Andy?
thing.
Did you see Andy was like, we're rapping it, we're rapping it, we're rapping it. No, you weren't rapping it. You weren't rapping until she got in that ass about it. You weren't going to rap that conversation. And that's
Don't
Andy. I
hold
just
back, Tori, because it's right. Like you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I get that she's good
who said, hold on,
TV.
Tori, who said don't hold back?
The lean. Um,
Child.
so like I said, okay. The mama ain't got no common sense and think that's okay. That's not okay. That little boy will eventually see this stuff on television. And you got to have some one thing about me, I like a woman with integrity. Mia has no integrity. I think she wants to be at the forefront. I think she wants to be the queen bee. That is fine. I would like Giselle to not be the queen bee, but don't do it. Don't throw your family under the bus. Don't do this to your kid to get fame. That I cannot do.
Okay.
That poor baby got nothing to do with this.
Okay. Well, and Tori B, I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. I do not think that Mia is ever going to be the queen bee of Potomac, right? I just don't. And that's that. Y'all heard it from me. I like Mia. I think that she deserves to be focused. I do think she deserves to have center flute next season, but I don't think she's the queen bee. We already have a queen bee.
I said try.
No, 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 no. I'm not talking. I'm just saying in general. I'm just
Yeah.
talking now.
Yeah.
But the queen bee is Karen, and long as Karen is Hellcats, SRTs, got that going on, got a lot of stuff going on. Karen is always going to be the grand dame and the queen of this show. So if
I
Mia
agree
thinks
with
that
you.
if Mia thinks that she's coming in to be the queen bee, we want you to be able to recognize that that's not how you do it.
I
And
mean,
I
take
think
Giselle's spot. I'm sorry.
you said what?
She want to take Giselle's spot. Uh,
It's never gonna happen.
I know.
Um,
I don't know. I don't know.
it's not gonna happen.
I feel like if they really fired Robin, this was like a
It's
warning
a
bell.
wake up call for Giselle.
Yes, that's
Yes.
what I mean. So I'm gonna say this, and I wanted to tweet this. Now that you mentioned Kern, Giselle, for next season, I need you to scrounge up your coins and maybe get a couple coins from this supposed athlete, because I don't believe that either. This supposed athlete that you're dating, and ask Karen to refer you to her surgeon, because you need to clean this shit here up ASAP. It's not a good look. That's all I got to say. Y'all keep asking Karen about her surgeries. You need to worry about the people who need it. And all these shows, Giselle did Regut. Why you ain't got no money?
Why do you say we're good?
Whatever, however you say it. Whatever it is, she done did these shows. She done bought a tear down. You ain't got no coins. I heard Pastor
You
Holy
think she
Whore
wait,
have
wait, wait, wait,
a
wait, 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 wait,
whole
wait, wait, wait.
ATM machine.
Wait, 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 wait. You think Giselle is broke?
I didn't say she was broke, but she dressed like it.
Well, then where you think the coin's going?
To that tear down?
For that eyesore?
Yes.
To hating on this?
Yes. That is one of Wendy's favorite reads.
Hating on this? Listen. Ooh, oh my goodness. I just there's a lot of work that needs to be done in Potomac structurally, and I want to the people who are watching this who started watching Potomac season 5 and later. You gotta go back and watch. That's why when people say, "Do you?" When people ask me, "Oh, do I have to watch season 1?" Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
You have to because you would know that the colorism conversations, the race conversations, Jewish conversations, white conversations, black conversations, that is embedded in the fabric and the DNA of this show. So the reason why it may be more tension behind it is because now there are actually chocolate sisters on the cast as opposed to the first season. You know what I mean? Where it was like all
It
Katie
was
versus
only
the
Sharice
Bandits.
that was brown skin, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, but Sharice didn't even play a factor in that conversation. So,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
it was Katie and Ashley versus the Bandits,
right. And
and
so
they really took part in that conversation.
I've been tweeting myself, hey, y'all say Candace is the one bringing up the race stuff, and it's absolutely not true. And that's what really angers me. Katie and Katie and Robin and Giselle have had this conversation. Even Ashley.
Well, who has been bringing it up in recent seasons? I'm asking.
Oh, that's Candace and Wendy.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean, you could even say some of it was directed at Monique. So
But
it's
I can't because Monique says that she didn't feel that she was a victim of it. And that's when I knew that she was getting high off her own essential oils. Because, girl, what?
I mean, I saw it. I mean,
We all saw it.
when you saw
We
Giselle
all saw
being
it.
jealous of her, once
Oh,
she
she was
said,
heated.
I own about 4 homes, and her face fell on the ground.
You
It's like,
don't have a
oh, how this
home.
brown girl get 4 houses? And like I'm gonna be, and God rest his soul. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me tell you what really fucked them up, Tori B. Not the we're looking for a home in Potomac. You don't have a home. We have 4 homes actually. Not that one.
Right.
Not even when Monique said, you know, my income comes from my husband. I'm married, and that's where my income comes from. You're worried about whatever 10% you're going to receive from the church's tithes and offering. Not even that read. You know what the read was? That was how she dropped the mic on their ass. You ready?
Go ahead. Drop it.
This little chat. Remember the season 5 reunion? But
You're right.
this little check. I mean, we make way more than this. Like we're not. This is not. We're not
Oh
doing
yeah,
it for the
the
money. This little
investments,
check.
the stock portfolio. You're right about that. I forgot about
Even
that.
Andy was hot. Andy
Yeah,
couldn't believe it because Andy. Oh,
he
I
might
hope I
be a
don't get
little.
myself in trouble. Hold on, Tori, because I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say
fine.
it.
Go,
Hold on,
go.
Tori B, because Andy is so used to being in the role of helping people, especially Black women, elevate their lifestyle. Right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look at Nene Leakes, season 1. Look at Sheree was waiting on a settlement that never came, and then look what he was able to provide them by virtue of opportunity through this show and many other people. But I think he attaches himself to stories like Nini's. He attaches himself to stories like Marlo. Oh my God, 2 reunions in a row. He really tried to clean up Marlo's act, and it just did not work. He was really trying to secure Marlo a bag for her future, and I think it's something deep inside of him that has. Oh, I hate to say. Oh, a
You
white
want me
savior
to say it?
complex.
So why?
Now hold on, Tori B, let me get my damn shit
Okay,
out.
go ahead.
A white savior complex is what
That's
I
what I
think
was about
Andy
to say.
is.
Yep, white
Yes.
savior complex, and I don't know what you're gonna do. Everybody's asking for him not to moderate these reunions. There's a lot going on even in the background. People are bringing up the evidence of Giselle's father being a colorist, which, God rest his soul, is well documented. It's in a museum. It's in the Black Smithsonian Museum, calling another Black civil rights leader Aunt Jemima. It's
Weren't
documented.
they on a podcast that I don't listen to, calling James saying that James Harden ate chicken and watermelon or something like that in his
No,
beard?
let me tell you what they did say. They said that James Harden beard looks like it smells like fried chicken and watermelon. So all these people who are protecting these women, they are very anti-black. Why would you say that? Why would you say that as a Black person? And then you go back to when they was talking SHIT to Katie and saying she not Black enough. Why are you the person? Who do you think you are to try to gauge how Black somebody is when you have
Especially
a lot of white features yourself?
when, according to Giselle herself, that she's fully aware that she could be white passing.
Well, you shouldn't be on your podcast um just saying any old thing thinking it's okay because you're Black to say that James Harden's beard smells like watermelon and fried chicken.
As
Ignorant
we
ass.
as we discuss the colorism conversation as it goes into the reunion, um, Robin begins to cry because she says that the colorist conversation was too much for her. She's never been accused of being a colorist, and she begins to cry. Now, is that indicative of someone who feeds into being a colorist? The reason why I ask is because instead of you having the conversation, instead of you taking ownership for whether intentionally or not, your actions lend to colorism and lend to featureism and lend to all the isms, instead of you pulling up your big girl panties, that wasn't a size knock, but instead of you pulling up your big girl panties, you cried on the couch about it instead, in order to evade the conversation from happening as a whole.
Per usual.
And this is why that particular group cannot get anywhere in relation to the conversation. Karen then jumps in and says, "This is the perfect group of women." And Wendy, rightfully so, shut her down and said, "I beg to differ. This is not the right group of women to have this conversation because the majority of you do not have the range." And Mia was like, "I ain't got it. So you right, girl. I'm going to tell you, speak your speech, because I ain't got the range. I don't care." But so I just thought that that was interesting that in order to get out of the conversation, and the buzzword of this season is weaponizing. You weaponize your child, you weaponize social media, you weaponize this, you weaponize that, and in turn, Robin weaponizes her tears.
Oh, you talking about her white fragility? She fragile. The other minute she's raising up her hands. The other minute she's aggressive. Let me tell you something. One thing about Robin, she got away with a lot. Okay. She threatened to whip somebody's ass while she sat on that couch. What was that? Against
Season one
rape.
and two.
Yep. Okay.
One and two.
Aggressive. Then she threatened Monique with that umbrella.
No, but
Aggressive.
don't forget season two. She pulled up at the
Ashley.
kangaroo restaurant
That's
and
right.
said, "This is put my fingers in your face."
Aggressive. Aggressive. But then when Mia and Wendy get into it, she had the nerve
Oh, okay.
to say she was antagonizing. So you're not antagonizing?
I mean, I
I'm,
would.
I'm I'm very confused. Why? And this is why Candace said the line is always moving. It's okay for the lighter skinned women, and I'm saying it as somebody who is light skinned. The lighter skinned women could get away with doing all of this foolishness, but then you don't like it when, oh, I'm against violence, but when it was violence against Wendy for no reason, because there was no reason.
What
Mia
you got in
made
your
up.
cup?
Mia made up the
What you got in your cup?
water.
You did me like that last week. You thought I won't get you back? Go ahead.
You know, it's just like it's disgusting to watch. And for Andy to sit there and not hold not nan nada heifer accountable, and production, why are we still with this same production company? Eric, you ain't SHIT either.
But you know what? I'm gonna watch for the credits because normally the reunions are produced by a different producer altogether. And here's where I land on that, right? That conversation regarding production. All calls come from the top. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And in the grand scheme of things, excuse me, Eric might be an executive producer, but he by no means, and I'm not taking up for Eric because I do think that his production style leaves a lot to be desired, but he is in no means in charge of the operation. And so you have to go above Eric. You got to look at the Andes. You got to look at the
That's
other
what Mel
producers who I
said.
want.
Neither is Patrick.
Who? Well,
Mm. So
I'm not going there with Mel. Okay, you are Mel. Uh, with the Patrick shit. Okay. But you do have to look above that. Like, okay, my job as an EP on the field is to make sure we get what we need, to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, make sure the girls are performing, make sure this, make sure that. I may have the favorite in the field, but once I turn the footage in, it's beyond me at this point. You get what I'm saying?
so it's biased all throughout the production process.
I,
That's
I don't know if it's biased all throughout the production.
allegedly. No, it
I
is
don't
biased.
allegedly. I'm not alleging it because I don't know. All
Okay.
I know
So
is,
I'm gonna say it
but
allegedly.
no, but you can't say it because that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that's alleged bias. What I'm saying though is, once I get this footage filmed, right,
Mm-hmm.
it is beyond me. I don't have nothing else to do with it. I'm not in the editing room. I don't control what gets chopped out and what doesn't. I don't get control of. Even though Tori B might be my favorite, the network might have a different plan for the season, and you may not. You may be the one taking the fall this season. It don't have nothing to do with me.
Right.
You get
I
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yes, he deserves some blame, but he, as I mentioned for a while now, he doesn't deserve the blame. But he definitely should shoulder some of it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because how y'all not have this footage? How do y'all not have, like, when Wendy was like, I congratulated your daughter. I asked you if she would be in the, oh, I don't remember. And that was the other thing. Her
Wait, what?
tone.
Who
Her
told you?
tone. Her tone in response to those women. I don't remember that. It never happened.
I
And the
mean, I
only
don't.
people who
The
are
tone don't bother me.
apologizing is,
She nasty, so that don't really get me going. But
yeah, but the only people making apologies is Candace and Wendy. And they weren't the ones who started the shit.
oh,
It
now
was
that
them.
I agree with. I wouldn't apologize for nothing else on that damn stage that night. That would have been it.
Yeah,
Cause
it's disgusting to watch.
but then, last week I asked you, how did you feel about uh, Wendy attempting to hold Candace to some sort of accountability in order to move the group forward, although it wasn't reciprocated. Remember
Yeah, what was that point about?
that she was doing that, and now they have offered up so much accountability. They've offered up apologies,
You
and
know what I think
they're not
Wendy's
receiving
coming
them.
from a standpoint of she don't want to leave on account of these heifers. And I feel like it was like, all right, for us to move forward. If Candace apologizes, then maybe they'll apologize. But it's just not going to happen. There's no way out. They are never going to take accountability, and never going to take accountability because Andy is not holding their asses to the fire. He's allowing them to skate by with this
Well,
nonsense.
why do you think he's doing that? Do you think that he actually has any vested interest in the outcomes of these ladies, or do you think he's just checked out of the process altogether because he's been doing it for over almost 20 years at this point?
Yeah, we might. I don't. Yeah, I think he's probably checked out. I mean, them all. I mean, they all fighting. Remember, Miami was fighting when they was on break. Remember, he recorded that. Like these heifers
I'm
always
so
fighting. I
tired.
can't get involved. I can't get involved in this foolishness no more. You know, but you the ringleader, Andy. Come on, that's what you signed up for. You want to be the you know the head honcho. If you don't want to be involved in the fights and cat fights and stuff like that, then let somebody else do it.
Me. Because we're going to get down to it. You know we're going to get down to it if I host it, right? I'm going to say, no, Giselle. You said. No.
Andy does not have the range.
They're going to ask me to get up and leave immediately.
Andy does not have the range. That's all I have to say.
All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and move on forward. That was just part 2 of the reunion. Everybody just got so much to say about it. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines in just a little bit. We're almost done. We're going to open up the phone lines to let you guys get in. You know, you guys really got to chatting last week, so hopefully you got something to say about it this week too. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this instead. Let's go ahead and just briefly talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, which is set to return in May. Um, they are now in the press because their season is coming out, and allegedly there is no interaction whatsoever between Marge and Melissa with Teresa. So these three entities will not be speaking with each other, and they will carry out their own feuds. Marge versus Jackie, Melissa just, versus the viewers because, oh my God, oh my God. How did Melissa, how did she get another season? Teresa versus Rachel and Danielle. But the two teams will not interact at all this season. And Andy Cohen says that this most likely is the last season that we'll see of this, alluding to another cast shakeup. And I'm going to ask the people, I ask you, who in the chat right now, if you're in the chat, you watch Jersey, which side has to go? So you're either Team Marge, Melissa, or your Team Teresa. Everybody knows I'm Team Teresa. Tree ain't going nowhere. They held the lady went to prison and they paused the show.
That's right.
It's
Tree.
Teresa
All
show.
day.
It's the
Tree.
Teresa show.
Yep.
It's the Teresa show. But this speaks to a larger problem that Bravo has, in my opinion. Back in the day, Bravo would chop the girls and not look bad. And it got too scary now. Like, what? Chop these girls. Chop them. Chop them. Back in the day, if you could chop a Jill Zarin, if you could say, you know what, no matter how bad our franchise in Atlanta is struggling, we're not going to make amends with Nene Leakes. Why aren't you chopping Giselle? When it's clear that she's the problem. And I thought that it highlighted that she was the problem in Potomac because during the flashback between Candace and Robin, Robin actually had a one-on-one sit-down with Candace. And I don't like Robin. That still shows a willingness to come and show up and do your job, something that Giselle has not shown that she's going to do. She's going to come in there with the stovepipe legs and...
I wasn't ready. Oh, Jesus.
Chop the girls, Bravo. Chop the girls.
Yeah, Melissa
Let's see
should have
what the
been
people say.
going. Sorry.
Let's see what the people say. Tree Huggers in the house. Hey, Shantae. Hey, Shantae. Art World says Giselle is the problem. Sean, I don't think I really read this right. The Team
She
Tree
said
needs to go.
she
So are
team.
you trying to say Teresa? What you trying to say, Sean?
The rest need to go, I think.
Okay, yeah. She's Team Tree and everybody else needs to go. That's how I'm
Yeah.
going to read it, too. Because what my wig at? Because I ain't got time for this today. What that wig at?
Wait, I did not know that, T. You knew
What?
BravoCon is canceled this year?
Yes, BravoCon has been canceled this year because I believe it's an Olympic year, and NBC does the Olympics.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Bro. And so it'll be next November, 2025.
Okay.
I believe this year is a Olympic year. Somebody might want to look that up.
It is.
Um, One of our fabulous co-hosts can look that up. All right, so there's that.
Somebody said all three. I don't know about all three. You
Well,
could chop two.
Teresa ain't going nowhere, baby.
Yeah, you could chop the two. Marge looked like, what are those things called? A garden gnome. That's what she looked like.
She looked like she looked like the seven dwarf with the gray
Yeah,
hair and the big old nose.
yeah.
That's what she looked like.
She could go. And I
She
heard
can go. She can go.
she a nasty heifer too.
Yeah, she old nasty heifer. Trout mouth. All right, you guys. So as as we know, Escape is going on tour with the members of SWV this summer on a headlining co-tour produced by Mona Scott Young and Live Nation. And because of that, there has been, of course, some drama. As you see, the three ladies dressed like a group, and the other lady dressed like she is the lead singer, Latasha Scott and the Escapes, as you see right there. Latasha Scott has threatened legal action if the ladies of Xscape, as well as their touring company and Mona Scott Young Management, do not come to her in regards to using the trademark Xscape, which is co-owned by her and her sister, one of the Escapes, in the middle, as you see right there next to Candy, Tamika Scott. So
That's
that
another
was a big
nasty,
deal. I'm sorry.
another nasty heifer.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
stand. I can't stand her.
Oh, okay, let me get it
Your
out.
money ain't long,
Let,
sis.
let me get it out. Let me get it out,
Go
sister.
ahead.
Oh, good
Mm-mm.
Lord, Tori B.
I can't stand Latasha.
What kind of water is that? Jeez. I know. Somebody has a meow mix this morning. No, but so Latasha Scott has threatened legal action, and it has been since been reported by Funky Dineva herself that the Escape trademark is co-owned by the Scott sisters, and allegedly, uh, when it was time to apply for the trademark, um, Latasha did not have the money to do it then. It was when it was time to reapply for the trademark, she didn't do it then either. So people are saying that theoretically the trademark does belong to Tamika. However, Latasha's name is on it, and yeah, and so they're saying that the money is not long over there at the Scotts. That would be the Rocky and Latasha Scott household, allegedly. And they're also allegedly stealing more checks, allegedly. There are more checks that have come up missing, according to Funky Dineva. Not only that, they did not have enough money to pay for the tour bus that she was on the bus reading the girls off of. They threw all of her shit allegedly off the bus, according to the people down to the bus line. And so she's been having money troubles. And so I think that this may be a last ditch effort to secure something. And she said she was not even consulted about going on tour. Well, that's what happens when you do business the way you did it, boo. You didn't have to do business like that. You had a perfect vehicle to present yourself as still part of the group while pursuing a solo project. Certainly, Candy and Tamika would not have been able. Candy and Tiny, excuse me, would not have been able to block you from doing that because they have other interests as well that do not include the escapes. So, in my opinion, if she would have came on like a normal human being and said, "Hey, this is the opportunity that I have to do this music. I'm still going to tour, or I may not be able to fully tour with you guys while promoting the music, but I love you guys and we're also going to be a part of Escape and just do business." I just don't, huh?
Promote what? Not that struggling ass
But
gospel album.
but it wouldn't have struggled if she did business correctly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Don't
You
nobody
cannot
want.
go out and be the villain and then say, "Y'all go buy my Christian music."
Yeah, she
What?
nasty. She nasty. You sabotaging everybody else when you ain't got nothing. They don't need you, boo boo. You want them to need you.
I don't know. Mm.
They was touring without her before. People were going to see them.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just talking about the way they sound. They sound good, but they sound better with the phone. That's just how I feel about it.
We
That's how I
know, but
feel.
this is the problem. This is she
That's
got
how I
that
feel.
type of behavior. to where she thinks because she vocally she is the best singer. I'm not going to deny her that. But you being so ugly and acting like a diva, girl, you are not Beyonce. And your husband done had so many illegitimate children since
Allegedly.
allegedly. Since y'all been
Tori
married.
B.
I'm sorry. Okay, allegedly. This is why you allegedly stealing checks and whatnot.
And they say the mama allegedly got something to do with it too, girl. Oh my God.
I know, and you know what? That's why that season ain't come. That's probably why they may do another season, but the mama can't do it because everybody on the internet calling out the mama for being such a nasty wench between them two kids. I'm sorry, that's sad. That in itself is sad. Ugh.
Okay, so there was a statement released by Tamika Scott, owner of the co-owner of the trademark, on behalf of the Xscapes. Give me 1 second. Un momento, por favor.
Not the escapes. You keep calling them the escapes.
Because why would she show up with that green dress on?
She tacky as hell.
No, they said well, it was some drama behind that green dress, child. I ain't getting into it.
God.
Okay. All right. You want to read that?
All right. The more you know. A co-owner of a trademark is unable to maintain an infringement action against another co-owner of the same trademark. Each co-owner has the right to exercise its trademark rights, including granting licenses to third parties, i.e. Live Nation and Monami Entertainment. A valid licensee of one co-owner of a trademark cannot be liable to another co-owner for infringement. End quote.
All right. Now, here's my question to the people. I'm going to open up the phone lines because, we're done with today's show, I believe. I think we addressed everything. Apollo, New Jersey, Xscape and Latocha,
Mm-hmm.
the reunion. Yeah, we done. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. But here's my question. Yes. Tell me what you think. Ben, here's the question. Y'all ready? Are you ready for the question, Tori B?
Go ahead with your question.
According to this, a co-owner cannot sue another co-owner for copyright infringement if they both own a trademark, correct?
Correct.
So does that mean that Latocha can form her own escapes and go on tour without them as well?
Ooh,
Ooh!
that's a good question. That is a legal one for you. Sheesh. But
We
why
would
can't
ask
we
Wendy, but
ain't
she's not the lawyer NECA is. By the way, did you notice that NECA's microphone was turned up just so somebody could tell her to shh? Go back and watch part 2 of the reunion when NECA was like trying to insert herself and someone said, shh, shh. I fell off the couch. Boy, if that doesn't highlight your
Oh, we
reality
ain't talking
career.
about what she said to her husband.
No, we don't care about that really. We don't. I don't care. I just thought it was funny that somebody told her to shush. Hey Mel, how are you? Thank you for calling.
Hey, how you doing?
We're good.
Hey Mel.
Hey, Tori, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You know what? I just want to talk about the Potomac part because for
Wait.
me, what you said? What did I do? What happened?
No, you didn't do anything wrong. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm like, what happened? What happened?
No,
No,
you didn't do anything wrong. Go ahead now.
okay, thank you.
Hmm?
You know what? For me, I want to talk about the Potomac because for me, it's a lot that happened. I just want to stay focused on Giselle. I agree. I think they let her get away with not really having to take accountability. It was one part of the episode where she was screaming that I didn't know that Wendy's mother was in the hospital, even though she didn't own the fact that she did say that Wendy's mother was evil. So for
Exactly.
me, I have an issue with Giselle, an issue with production, and I know that from last week. I had a little idea about production. We ain't gonna go there, but for
Mhm.
me, my question is, why does Giselle have such a hard feeling against the Chocolate Beautiful sisters on the cast? She doesn't believe, for some reason, that they deserve apologies, respect, or dignity. When it came, now I didn't like Monique that much, but I liked it the first season before she got crazy.
Right.
When it came to Monique, when it came to Wendy, and when it came to Candace, she don't believe. She always go around the circle. She'll never give them a straight, heartfelt apology. She
Right.
never will. So even last night, it was opportunity, or the other night, it was opportunity for her to own, okay, I didn't know your mother was in the hospital, but I also should not have said that anybody's parent is evil because nobody's talking about her.
She said it twice, actually.
Yeah.
She
And
said it
so,
twice. She said it when she was on the phone with Jamal, and then she said it in the clothing store, and Twitter pulled up the receipts. So we already know. And in reference to why she has such issues with these dark skinned women, this is my theory, is that she's jealous, and she thinks because she is pretty and light skinned and all of those things, that she should have the things, the decorations, as Candace would say, that they have, which is the
Mm-hmm.
husband, the career, the money, whatever it is. She's jealous of what they have.
Right.
She never had a loving husband. Her husband been philandering and cheating on her for ages with illegitimate children, right?
Right.
She don't know nothing about a loving husband. So she doesn't have that. And that's what she's jealous of. And she thinks because of, the way she looks, she's deserving of that. And because they're dark, they are not.
Right.
That is my theory.
You know what? I don't think you're too far from it. I think you might be hitting on the head. I also think that she obviously is a woman full with trauma, a lot of trauma. And for me, I think the biggest thing that triggers her is a happy Black family. It seemed like the families that she sort of focuses on are the more beautiful chocolate sisters. That she goes so hard in on those families. And now she will make a shady comment about Karen and also about Ashley and Robin. But when it comes to nuclear toxic down evil, that's where she goes for Wendy, Candace, and Monique. That's where she goes that deep at. So I don't know if I'll be watching next season, that's for sure. Because she basically got away with everything. She basically held this season hostage. She told the people, I'm not filming because I can't be held accountable for the terrible things I say. Well, as a viewer, that's not something I want to watch.
Absolutely.
I can't watch people be that reckless and then just basically sit down, look crazy in bad fashions in a corner somewhere, and basically for the whole season not do anything, and then you get to the reunion, you become like this evil person. So it's a total waste. And I'm not sad that there's no Bravo comment, because I don't think that Bravo deserves it really. This whole season of these shows have not really been hitting like they're supposed to. I didn't say something last week about the production, but what I want to say is this: I think that Andy should maybe, and for me, Potomac needs to be run by people who understand Black women. I'm sorry, that's what it needs to be done.
So Carlos.
Well, Carlos or you, Chase, somebody like you, somebody who, not even joke, somebody who has a Black sister, somebody who has a Black mother, somebody who knows the community, and not just some. I don't want to be too politically incorrect. Not some nasty queen, as I said last week. Some nasty queen out there just living for the mess and living for the sort of the destruction of this sister group. I need somebody up there that can know the nuances of things, and the people that's producing the show don't get that. In my opinion, I think Andy hires people he knows, people who are friends of his or whatever part of his life, and they're not doing a good job. So, it's a total waste of time for me. But that's all I want to say. I was trying to be, because I saw you said we ain't going to talk about Patrick. I don't want to get messy today, but I definitely want to keep it very politically correct for Mr.
You
Chase.
can be messy all the time over here. You can always be messy.
You allow me to be messy over here on your platform?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, I don't want you to get no cease and desist, that's for sure.
Well, I'm going to be forwarding it right over to you.
But you don't know where to find me, so that's what's going to be happening.
Right over here. Here you go, right here. Y'all
That's okay. You kept talking. No, I'm joking. I want this to grow. I actually wanted to get big, because I put you on my wall last week, so I like your channel.
Oh,
Thank
you so much.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mel.
Okay.
Well, Mel is always gonna keep it hot, eh? Jasmine, what you say? Oh, the people say Jasmine got to call in. There you go. There go the phone number, Jasmine. Call in on your fair this week. On your fair.
Someone with less than 80% Anglo-Saxon Rob has.
Who said that?
Jasmine.
Oh my God! No, don't call. Please don't call. Before we go, there's one last thing I wanted to touch on. It's just really minor. Rihanna did the spread in Interview magazine, and she went ahead and shared her thoughts on all things Real Housewives. Give me 1 second before we go.
What about Karamo? Interesting.
Karamo? Hell no. And she said basically that if Tom Sandoval could be brought back, then why isn't Monica Garcia back on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? And I would beg to defer her with that, and that would be the fact that Tanisha is chasing down Monica as we speak in another car, and that is why she is unable to make it to this season of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I did not grab that footage, but man, I don't care how old it is. Next week we're gonna look at that car chase and we're gonna laugh. We have a good time. We got our last caller at the door. Let's let this caller in. Who is this?
Please.
Oh, y'all getting
Please.
spicy. Oh my God.
No, just kidding. This is Jasmine with the glasses, you guys. I just wanted to, I've given Robin and Giselle so much energy yesterday, and I really just don't have much to say about that anymore. Besides that, again, Robin's wig looks like chopped cheese. So outside of that, I did have a little bit of a thing to say about like the Xscape. I'm really sad about the Xscape and how that has like just deteriorated. Like I watched the last season, I watched the little show last season or whatever, and I mean I'm just not a Latasha fan, and I just think it's because she doesn't hold any accountability for anything. There's always a level of aggression behind the scenes, and then she wants to talk crazy and do all stuff. I mean, she talks well on camera. She's like real soft and acts like, oh God, I'm so godly. But behind the scenes, she seems like she's a terror. So I just really I'm sad about that because, as an 80s baby, 90s music really is what we grew up on. It's, TLC, all these women in music that we have. It seems like over time, it's just like when you meet a celebrity that you really loved and then they turn out to be assholes. And it just messes it up because I used to like I say all the time, I used to love Kenya Moore. Like I thought she was just a chocolate
All
queen.
right. It's
We still
nice.
talking. So
No, I'm right. It's time for her to go.
I thought Kenya Moore was such a chocolate queen. She was always showing up. She was so beautiful. And then when we see her in Real Housewives of Atlanta, it was just like womp womp. So that's it's one of those things about just seeing your faves or seeing people that you admire. Like I just hope TLC doesn't try to pick up a show. I just hope I hope Usher doesn't try to. I just hope these other people just leave it to Beaver. But outside of that, I think that's all. Giselle's neck sags. Um, Robin's hair like chopped cheese. I'm trying to make sure. Team Candace, Team Wendy, and Team Chris. That's all.
Team
Someone
Kenya.
said, Jasmine, are you okay? Because yesterday I was a little worried about you.
Who said that, sister?
Sean. She in the
Oh, Sean, I'm worried about you every time we get on here.
All
But that's
right. Team Kenya.
okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, God. I have really staffed this platform with some of the worst mouths. Like, I don't know. I feel like am I
Oh,
being
you
punked?
King Bad Mouth. Come on.
Y'all won't allow me to be King Bad Mouth anymore because of y'all mouth.
All right, we do your bidding, so stop it.
No, you're not. I'm not putting you up to slam me. I don't have nothing to do with that.
Excuse me. I'm for integrity. I was
Oh
trying to
Lord.
protect her own child,
Okay,
protect her
Kurt
own.
Angle, integrity. Um. All right, you guys. Well, we're gonna. My name is. All right, you guys. Well, we're gonna thank you for tuning in this week. We're gonna have Bold and Bougie. I promise you. Let me just tell you where I'm at with Bold and Bougie. Tamika triggered me on such a visceral level that I almost wanted to wash my hands of the show altogether. But we do have two more episodes to go. We're gonna get them out. And then we're going to be moving forward with the rest of our programming as normal. I actually think that we're going to add Vanderpump Villa to the roster. The thing about Vanderpump Villa is it's a good show from what I've been hearing, so I want to check it out. However, it is not the Vanderpump Rules people as well as the Valley people who all of them should not be on television, according to what they did to Faith Stowers allegedly. And so I'm Team Faith. So I won't be reviewing Vanderpump Rules over here or the Valley, but we may be able to do Vanderpump Villa. So we'll see how that goes. Until next time, Tori B, did you have anything for the final sip? Oh, yes. I asked the question and Mel came up here and started talking about Potomac.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out why Candy ain't filed for the trademark. I'd rather.
She had quit the group, and so I think it was when they had filed the trademark, when it was just the two sisters that were going out and doing performances as Xscape.
I bet you she regret that shit now. Because it could have been her and Tamika instead of her and Latocha.
I'm actually, you know what? No tea, no shade. I hope this, I don't care how it sounds. I'm glad they didn't get the trademark. You want to know why? Because they have everything, and Tamika needs something.
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
I know, but you wouldn't be going through all this legal nonsense and this girl trying to stop
They
you.
was going to go through it regardless, as long as Latocha is a part of that group.
Yeah, you're right. She's a miserable H.
No matter if I owned it. Latocha would have been trying to drag me down to the thing. Latocha, if
She ain't got no
anything, I
real
would make
coin.
them.
She ain't got no real coin. It ain't gonna
She can't
go
even
far.
charge a rights fee, can she? Nope.
She ain't got no coin. This ain't go. It's not gonna hold up.
I was
You
gonna
know,
say
when it
because
comes to the legal system, it's who has the coin who's gonna win. I'll be honest with you.
she got the coins.
Not with all this legal coin.
Allegedly.
You ain't got no coin.
Look at me.
Stealing from your sister, you ain't got no coin.
Well, I mean, she may have them if she's stealing from the sister. Allegedly, I don't know.
I hope Tamika is fighting her. Tamika, please. I hope. I feel so bad for you, sis. For you to be fighting against your mama and your sister is disgusting. Oh, child.
Well, if the sister and the mama fighting against you, that's even more disgusting. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. Hey, to the people over there on X, thank y'all for tuning in. Twitter, thank you guys for rocking with us here on YouTube and anywhere else that you're watching. We do appreciate it. Until next time, keep on sipping. You like that? I'm gonna come up with keep on sipping. You like that?
We like it straight.
I